Today's update features a rainy night version of Ancient, along with its smaller, lesser-known brother Shoots. We also got a new music kit, a new skin, and some updates regarding B-Hops, among some other changes which we'll talk about right after Skins Monkey.
Skins Monkey is an automated service that lets you trade skins instantly for a fee, sign up now, and get up to $5 bonus. Simply add items from your inventory, then find skins that matches your current balance. Site offers live support 24/7. You can also top up your balance if you're missing a few dollars, and there's a lot of skins to choose from. Visit my link down below to get to Skins Monkey.
Let's start with Ancient. I'll say it now so you don't feel scammed, but the nighttime version is only available in casual and deathmatch, so you won't be able to play it competitively. But looking at the comparisons, I personally would have really liked to just have them right away, and it would have added some nice variation to the map pool. But this update isn't just about changing the time of day. They've refreshed the materials to use the latest CS2 shaders, added new blending options like wetness and moss, and also created a map file for map makers to poke around with the new stuff. So if we compare Ancient with Ancient in today's update, we can still spot the differences, and both this and the nighttime version is of course Valve's way of showing off the new materials and shaders in a practical setting. Also, a change which was not officially announced is that this angle is removed so you can no longer see into A main. But I really think the new materials give off the same vibe that Animgraph 2 does, which is Valve basically moving stuff over to newer systems. And speaking of that, today's update has some additional changes and improvements to the view models. The drawing animation of the M4 and the M4 silencer now feels way more like they used to. The op has also changed. Furthermore, a lot of people complain that the inspect animations after deploying have been scuffed since they released Animgraph 2, and this update seems to have tackled or, well, addressed a lot of those issues with knives and some weapons like the AK. Overall, some very good changes here. They also changed so the reload animation for the auto shotty doesn't obscure or go too close to the crosshair, which was obviously a bit annoying for some players, and there are some other smaller fixes here and there. To me, this feels like wrapping up the first stage, so they can move on to the next big step for the animation system. Moving on to the miscellaneous section, which has some very interesting patch notes. The first is improved rendering performance across most maps. Thor did a benchmark and got a 7% boost in his 1% lows. But then we get to my favorite patch note for this update. You can now use different resolutions and aspect ratios in full screen windowed mode. As someone who has played with full screen windowed for a very long time because of tabbing in and out seamlessly to use my second monitor, this is an absolute banger. But with that said, on the flip side, this next patch note is just silly. For anyone out of the loop, if you were to de-subtick your jumps now using a custom config and you cap your FPS to 60, you basically become a speed demon. This has been abused for about 2 weeks now. Valve decided to use this workaround since a lot of people wouldn't want to be forced to play the entire game on 60 FPS just to B-hop. Now, I want to believe that this is just a temporary fix and that a proper one is coming soon, but I haven't been made to believe it in the past. I just hope they prove me wrong. Also, it wouldn't surprise me if you could just toggle your FPS through an external limiter to basically achieve the same thing here, so really, this workaround is, again, just silly. Then, the final patch note under miscellaneous addresses the case which was covered by this person, showing off that you could quick switch and shoot faster than what is normally allowed. That was pretty broken and definitely up there with the B-hop exploit, which is why they addressed both in today's update. But apart from that, we have major stickers are now 70% off, which apparently had a rumor that they wouldn't drop the prices, but that's pretty much the update. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.